Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. And during Morning Coffee on Thursdays, Fridays, and Mondays, we usually have Neil Villapiano, who does the MVP show for us on Saturdays. Now, usually we can see Neil, but today we're just going to hear Neil. Neil, welcome to the show.
Morning, Keith. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. So, first things first. We got a big game tonight. Our first well, I'll say our second big Thursday night game because the Dallas and Vikings was a pretty good game. We got the Raiders versus Kansas City tonight. What's your take on it?
Well, my take on it is that you have two of the top teams. You have two of the top teams in the NFL right now, especially in the AFC. The Chiefs have pulled out a lot of victories. I mean, we talked about it on Monday. With the Chiefs coming in with that crazy victory against the Atlanta Falcons, where they won on a game-winning interception on a two-point conversion. The Raiders have just been continuing to roll. Derek Carr, I actually heard that he is a slight favorite right now and slight front runner for the MVP. So this all in all could be probably the best game of any Thursday night game we've had. I mean, this is a battle of teams that most likely, I think the winner of this game will probably end up winning the AFC West.
I'll agree with you on that point. And I didn't realize, I heard that the Chiefs for the last year they were like 19-3 or something like
Mhm.
that. That's an insane record.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's done a really nice job over there. I wish he did a nice job as he did in Philly, but
hmm Yeah, I think what you have to realize is that Andy Reid is one of the most underrated coaches in the NFL. A lot of people don't talk about him, and also they don't give him enough credit for the amount of work that he's done. I mean, he led the Eagles, back in 2004 to the Super Bowl, and he did a lot of good stuff in Philadelphia, and he's also led the Chiefs a couple times in the playoffs with Alex Smith, who a lot of people thought that when he lost his job to Colin Kaepernick early on in Kaepernick's career, they thought Alex Smith was washed up and done and couldn't play anymore. So you got to give Andy
yeah.
Reid the credit where credit is due. He's done a fantastic job this season.
Well, you know what's funny you said that because I think Alex Smith is going winding down in his career, and that's why he bought over Andy Grab. What's the kid that was over in Philly? I mean, he came in so quick and
Macklin?
the receiver.
no the quarterback.
Oh,
Who was our quarterback? Foles. Nick
Foles.
Foles.
Nick Foles, right.
Nick Foles is the backup over there.
Right,
So
right.
he's kind of bringing the next Alex Smith in because, at one time he was on the top of his game. He had that one big year, and then boom, like no one wants to pay attention to him now.
No, not at all. And I think Andy Reid is one of those guys that can change the career of some players. And I think that Andy Reid is using Nick Foles as a way to help. He's helping Nick Foles develop, watching Alex Smith, and Foles did a pretty good job when Alex Smith got taken out. So I think the Chiefs should be confident in as long as Andy Reid's their head coach, and he just continues to do some really impressive things. I think he has every right to be considered one of the better coaches in the NFL.
I'm on half agreement with you. So let's talk about this other. It's not even really a big game. It's not a big game for the other team, but Dallas. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is a lot riding on it this weekend because I could be getting fed Donkey's cheesesteaks because of a Dallas win. Now, so I got to put on my Dallas star this week, even though I'm an Eagles fan. But and I've asked Pete that that he still want to stick with the bet, and he said yes. So now you still want to stick with the bet, right?
Absolutely,
All
absolutely. I
right.
told you guys yesterday I'm sticking with this.
All
If I
right.
lose, I will admit defeat. But
Okay.
if I win, you're never going to hear the end of it.
Well, I will when you're eating your cheesesteak, and you'll have a mouthful of cheesesteak, so I won't have to hear from you.
That's true.
All right, so this is it. Saturday, we'll see you on Saturday, and
Yep.
no changing. Real quick, give me some college big games, college ball wise.
Well, right now the biggest game you have coming up this week is the annual Navy versus Army game. This has been going on for years. Army is still trying to break their 15-year winless drought against Navy, and this year they look like they have a good shot at winning it. So maybe for once we'll see Army top Navy in this year's game, but it should be a fun game to watch this weekend.
Now, isn't what one of the quarterbacks from what? Wasn't it
Navy.
Navy's quarterback is out?
Yeah, he broke his leg. He's
Broke
out
his
for the
leg,
rest of the
right?
season. He broke his leg against Temple in the American Athletic Conference Championship game last
Right.
Saturday. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Navy always seems to pull these games out. At the end against Army when it looks competitive. But we'll have to wait and see. It should be fun.
Okay. So, any other big picks?
No, but the only thing I think about is that later on tonight we have the college football awards. Obviously, not the Heisman Trophy is not going to be announced tonight, but a lot of other awards will be passed out. So make sure to tune into that on ESPN at around 8:30. That should be fun to watch. And no, we're about a week or so away from the start of bowl season.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. All right,
Yep.
Neil, we're going to see you on Saturday morning. Make sure you bring your cheesesteak money with you. Oh, that's right. We won't know until Sunday. I'm just anxious. So
No, I got you.
I'll see you on Saturday morning, buddy.
All right, thanks, Keith.
All right, that was Neil Villapiano from MVP Sports Show. If you want to check out his show, it's live on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. We have a great time, followed by the Philly sports guys are in the house. So, really action-packed sports day for us here on Radio Vision Network. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be right back with the myth and the legend. Breakfast with the Boss, Scott Tanker, is in the house. And we have Lisa Regina in the house as well, hosting with Scott this morning. So we'll be right back.
Choosing the right fence for your home or business is an important decision to make. Choose a Nello fence for peace of mind. Our family has manufactured and installed beautiful maintenance-free fence for over 50 years. We provide vinyl, aluminum, and wood fence in a wide variety of styles and colors, including chain link fence for commercial and residential. Call or visit our indoor showroom and ask for Steve Anello and see how 4 generations of combined experience mean that you'll get quality and service that can't be matched by any other fencing company, period. Call Anello Fence today for a free estimate.
That I favor the most at the top and who I think you should call first.
Okay. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah,
that are
that's
really
fine.
strong.
That's fine.
So,
So.
and just send you a list.
Okay.
Because I know, like tonight's my class, and I took a raise of hands who would be interested. Most of them were, but out of the class,
I
the
know.
strongest I'll put
You-
first.
Right.
You know.
I mean, realistically.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
Brooke.
look, I saw them up there. I mean,
Yeah.
I could tell. I mean,
Brooke Destro writes a column for sports. She's really good and she's articulate.
Brooke is
she's
the one
hosting.
that's the blonde.
No,
you sent
that
me?
was Samantha Willis. She's,
Which one was Brooke?
Brooke had dark hair, glasses. She's about.
She was like the second or third person that came up, I think.
I think
That
so.
night.
She's kind of quirky
Yep,
and she's
that's her.
fun. She's really.
She seemed like it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming these guys work during the day, right?
Yeah. Everybody's schedules, different. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just give you that list and you can.
Yeah, I'll reach out to them and
Yeah.
see what they're thinking if they come on and give it a shot.
Yeah. And then I guess my site guy can just grab your logo and stuff and put it on my site and link it, right? That's easy
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah, and the same thing. Like I was gonna put letter 8 on there, but I was waiting to contact them. But
Put me
you
on there.
No, I'm gonna put you there. Like
Yeah.
we should offer like anybody. Like look, there's people that are coming on that are doing shows. We just picked up 6 new shows, but people really need to do things different. Well, not do things differently, but if they want to know how to be like that person, they might need to take some classes. So.
Perfect.
You know what I mean?
I brought brochures.
I mean,
I
not
always carry
everybody's a
them with me.
natural like him over there.
I
No,
can only
there's
access
nothing
all that.
that you should ever do to change.
I want
Scott, where are
He's-
you from? South Jersey? Or
Yeah,
from,
Cherry Hill.
He's
Oh, okay.
funny. He's just, you know what? I mean, he's perfect. I mean, for
You'll
what
let me
we
know where I
do.
need my weaknesses, you'll
You're
find out.
perfect.
No, for what we
I
do
want to be
here.
taller, okay? That's not
you
perfect.
know.
I'm not perfect.
One thing I learned about physicality, just embrace it, and you find your niche, and
I do, but I use the fact that I want to be taller as a self. What do you call it? When you beat up yourself. What's the word for that?
I don't know. You beat up
well,
yourself.
positive affirmation is.
No,
is,
well, that's always good, but
that's always good.
but I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. But
There's a story about Danny DeVito. He went in up against all these actors. Leading man. He comes in and he that's how he
Danny,
really got
right,
started.
yeah.
He's Danny.
Mhm.
He went
Yeah.
against the grain.
Well,
And
it's got to be.
you know.
I mean, the show Taxi was
Amazing.
perfect. It was
I
amazing.
know.
It was amazing. Yeah.
I have a funny
You
story
couldn't
about,
have been a better person.
oh my god, I only have one cup of coffee. Latka.
Oh, Latka. He's
Uh,
not with us anymore, right? Yeah, I know.
Andy
Kaufman.
Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Decade, I worked with him, I did a promo, years ago, and when he was doing his wrestling thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness, we had, he was really,
Well, who's the new guy that's Andy Kaufman? Is Cohen.
Cohen O'Brien.
Tasha, what's that guy? Tasha Cohen, he does all that.
Oh, yeah.
Sasha.
Yeah,
He's like the new Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
You get him every so often, you know.
it's true.
Right?
But years later, I'm coaching this woman from Long Island, as a matter of fact,
Mhm.
Marie, and she's talking about her father, who she never really had like a, close relationship with, but through the years he inspired her because he was in the business. And the more she spoke, I'm looking at her face and I'm looking at her face, and if she did not look like Andy Kaufman, because she's saying things that are going, oh my God, is this who? And I looked at her, I said, are you talking about Andy Kaufman? She said, yes, that's my father. I was like, holy cow, I said, I worked with him. And we just like had this bonding
was it.
moment. It
Right,
was
right,
amazing,
right.
how people
He has been around for like 10 years or more. 15.
passed away, yes. He was actually sick when he was doing the wrestling
Do his work, yeah.
promo thing. I need a manicure, I have to go.
Me too.
My
Like
nails
this.
are, but once they
I
start
started wearing
chipping,
open toe shoes after 2 months.
the pedicure, right?
You do your nails and toes the same as your
My toes look really good right now, but I have boots. The nails take a beating because I'm doing Christmas lights.
I understand, but I just wanted to know if the nails that
Match?
yeah.
I do the match.
Just a question. All right, another question. Shoes or pockets?
Shoes.
Is it true that some women have told me they put on a pair of shoes and it's very close to an orgasmic experience? It reminds me of a good joke. I'll tell you.
I'd like to know where they're buying their
Wait,
shoes.
I want a pair of those.
I want a double pair of those. Let's
Give me
do
two,
triples.
right.
Three
But make them tighter.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's
That's
crazy.
funny. Yeah, that's just because I always ask that informal question with ladies. Most of them are shoes, and they almost go into a trance. Oh, shoes.
It's you
It's
know
like
what,
the
I had
craziest
this
thing. It's like they make me feel like such a woman. Or they make me feel so good.
to make it. It's just like the haircut,
Craziest.
getting your hair done. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Guys, it's just so
amazing.
funny because guys are
prefer
different.
less.
Guys, you get a haircut. I don't know. I don't look at myself. If you say it's okay, that's fine. But women don't spend a lot of time, looking at themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's always Betty. What was his name? Beatty. That the guy.
I'm gonna get my
You're so
lip
vain
gloss.
guy. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. What's his name?
You're so vain.
Carole King wrote the song about him. It was.
Oh, you're so vain.
Yeah.
Who was that?
You know what I'm talking about. He's always tan or something, I think. Isn't it?
He's always tan. You're talking about George Hamilton.
Yeah, but that wasn't the one. You're
That's
right. There's
not
the other. Yeah, but that could have been. That could have been it.
Could have been.
Not a bad thing.
I think he's doing a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial now. Perfect.
Whatever it takes.
Do you actively audition for things?
No, I don't. I'm not an actor or anything. I'm just
No?
a business person with a stupid personality.
You do- But you
The old
enjoy
joke is
it.
that I do enjoy it. I
Yeah.
was born premature, and now I'm just immature.
Here you go.
I was reading Chandler. What's her name? The woman comedian Handler. Chandler.
She's great.
Yeah, she said. She says I'm stuck. I said I'm stuck between being an adult and still feeling like a kid. And I think that's exactly the way I feel. I'm stuck. I almost have to be an adult when because you're required in certain areas.
I think it's
But I
good to
much
be
prefer to be a kid.
Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what type of business are you in?
Excuse me. I have been in the retirement plan 401k business since 1980. I'm pretty old, and I got out of that. I sold a couple small companies and sent that money to Penn State in Michigan, which is where my kids went.
Oh, okay.
And in 2008, I got into something called merchant services,
Merchant services.
which is reviewing and analyzing credit card fees for businesses.
Oh,
Like
wow.
if you go to a pizza
Yeah.
store and then you give me your credit card.
Uh-huh.
And I've been doing that for about 9 or 10 years. So between the two
Okay.
businesses, I'm able to, and my kids are out and they're older.
So you're
and
able to do the fun
they can do
stuff
that.
that you enjoy.
Yeah, and not worry about the money because frankly, you're only as happy as your saddest child. So my kids, knock on wood, are very, very happy. So I don't care if I live under a rock, as long as they're happy, really.
Yeah.
So, although my son called me the other day and wanted to talk to me about his inheritance, I said, I'm not dead yet. She goes, I
He
know, but
did.
I said, but I'd like to
How
talk to you
old
about
is
it.
he?
He's 31.
That's awesome. Oh my God, that's funny.
I'd like to talk
I can
about the
see you on the
inheritance.
phone going,
What the fuck? I go,
I'm right here.
yeah, I am your inheritance. What's the problem? So, because I'm thinking about
I love
putting
it.
a down payment on a townhome in Florida. And he said,
East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast. I like the West Coast. The Midwest people.
We
are
just
nice.
had this conversation. I was at a 50th birthday party for a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And the table of couples and two singles, myself and this other woman, we were debating over the West Coast, East Coast. And
It's a big debate. Yeah.
it is. And the majority was no. Like everyone from
New York.
Tri-State is like on the East Coast.
Right.
And why do you want to just be around the same people? Go
Thank
to the
you.
West Coast. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, they're
That's like I don't go
kinder.
to Margate, New Jersey, because that's the people I know with their clothes off. It's really not exciting.
It's
you know.
not.
I don't
The
even necessarily-
greenhouse,
I don't necessarily,
everybody's in
yeah, I don't
thongs.
necessarily like them with their clothes on. Now I
Yeah.
gotta see their clothes on. But I was born in Atlantic City, so I'm a big. I was born
Oh,
in
okay.
the original dirty capital, dirty city
Yeah.
before Las Vegas. My mom's family was
I
big
just
there.
got a call from a friend that I worked with when I used to work.